Oh, with you, my life is so much better. Because I know you're there for me, whatever. Don't matter what we do, as long as I'm with you, I forget about the world and all.
Believe me, I understand how kids can be sometimes, but mothers, please, 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 please. I know so many of you do not know any other way because this is how you were raised. But this is not a healthy way to raise children. You know the problem of this beating. When you get used to correcting your children by beating, the disadvantage is that you get used to beating, that when that child is so matured and the child is doing something wrong, you don't know any other way to correct the child. Because at that time, the child is already grown, he's not an adult, so you cannot beat the child. So because you cannot beat the child, there's no way, you don't have anything in you to be able to correct the child. So you are just there looking and the child is doing whatever they like. You can't do anything. Beating is the easiest way to correct the child. The child is doing something, it's just very easy for you to pull your hand out and spank the child. Very easy. Compared to you doing was trying to sit that child down and let the child understand why not to do it, or talking to the child. You don't have to beat the child or trying to appease the child or just to pet the child to cooperate, especially in this your setting of taking a picture. When you get used to beating, you know no other way to raise children. So even when the child is out of your reach, maybe the child is schooling in a boarding school or wherever, you cannot go there and beat the child. You don't know any other way to correct that child. Do not beat children that they get used to beating. It should not be that let beating be that it is the last punishment that you have tried and tried. It is the last. Learn how to communicate to these children, because when you beat them, you just beat them to stop it. The children do not even know why they are stopping that, and they just know that you beat them and the beating in them made them feel pain, so they stop it. But when you know how to communicate to these children, talk to them why not to do it and why to do it, even when they are old, when they are mature, that you can't raise your hand to beat them again, you will still be able to imbibe values in them. I know when you talk, people will say, it's not you that will tell me how to raise my child, but honestly, this is so unfair. This is how you raise toxic children. This is how you raise children that are timid. This is how you raise children that they are not happy around you. And these children cannot wait to grow to the point where they will leave your presence, because your presence reminds them of these toxic memories that you have put in them. Please look for other ways. It's very easy to just spank a child. That is why parents always do it. It is not right. It is not right. It's so unhealthy. It is so, let's beat something that is the last thing that you want to do. It is not right. Look for other ways. You must not be toxic. Some of you parents have not healed from the trauma that your parents inflicted on you. You raise children with that same trauma. It is not nice. It is not healthy. It is not healthy. This is how it grows. Then they grow and get married, and when their husband is beating them, they will see it as a norm because the parents were beating them. Please, when we talk, people will say, people want to be doing gentle parenting. Gentle parenting will make a child spoiled. With all the street parenting that your parents do, how is your life? How is your life? Be very honest with yourself. You know the problem with you people, and some of you do not really take your time out to think about your life. So just not about to think about your life for bad. Just think about how you were raised. The things you don't like, don't repeat it. It's not going to be easy because you were indoctrinated, you were born into it, so you're already used to it. But it is you being intentional, and gradually, slowly, you begin to unlearn it. The ones you like, you can continue it. Gentle parenting does not mean allowing your child to spoil. Gentle parenting does not mean ignoring your child when they are doing something wrong. No, that's not what it means. People will say gentle parenting means trying to understand that child, because every child is different. The child you give birth to, understand the way that child operates, understand the way that child thinks and reason. Then sometimes you have to come down to their level, because the reason we get angry as parents is because we are looking at them from our level as an adult, as a matured person. When you were like a child like them, you did that, if possible even worse. So you have to come down to their level to understand and be able to relate with them. Why do you think when these children go to school, they don't start teaching them university work in KG1? No, they come down to their level in KG1. They are teaching them A for apple, B. They are coming down to their level. But as parents, you are beating these children because in our mind, we are expecting them to act as an adult as you are. No, they are acting their age. So when you want to correct them, you come down to their level and correct them. Make them understand in any little way you can do it. Make them understand. Not that it will be once. It's something you'll be doing continuously. Some of us now, if they ask you, say 2 times 2, 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 2, what is it now? We can remember what this is. Even as an adult, I can remember. Why can't we remember it? It's because these things have been repeated for us from nursery or primary or secondary. You have so repeated that your brain, repetition builds memory. Your brain is now used to it. Do you understand? That is how you do it with these children. You keep repeating. When they do it again, you make them understand. You make them understand. Ask them, do you understand what I mean? Okay, explain to them, what do I mean? And with time, repetition needs to get into their brain and memory, that they will understand that this, the reason mommy say we should not do it because this is what he can do. Some of us, the reason why we grew up like this is because our parents did not explain to us. Even when we go to them with curious questions, they shut you up. And curiosity kills the cat. Because of they shut us up, we want to know what that thing means. And some of us, that was how we entered into one problem or the other. Learn to talk. Gentle parenting is not allowing a child to spoil. Gentle parenting is not allowing a child to override. No. Gentle parenting means trying to understand the child. We draw beating first as your first option. Let beating not be the first thing. Once a child misbehave or make mistake, beating is the first thing that comes to your mind. No, let beating not be the first. Beating should be the last thing. The first thing you should do is to understand that child. It is you that gave it to the child. Take your time to understand the way the child, observe the child. Then you can know how to relate with the child and correct them when